link and enjoy the live match. For HD stream, hit the pinned comment now. New viewers, check the pinned comment. Match is live there. Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment. That's where the real live is. Live is running on the pinned link. Check it out now. Don't watch here. Click the pinned link for full match. Pinned comment, guys. Go there and watch the full game. Click the pinned link and enjoy the live match. For HD stream, hit the pinned comment now. New viewers, check the pinned comment. Match is live there. Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment.
The world sneaks up on you when you travel. With everything that's new to you, now that might make you a bit hesitant. At Visa, we accept that.
New viewers, check the pinned comment. Match is live there. Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the
Kamera. Hier Dons. Gemeinsam mit Koulibaly da auf der Seite. Da können sie sich noch befreien mit ein bisschen Platz. Aber Tempo wird direkt wieder verschleppt, geht in den kontrollierten Aufbau. Jerenki, 19 Jahre jung, macht heute sein 4. Länderspiel. Der Mann aus Nordsjælland in Dänemark. Einer, dem diese offensivere Außenverteidigerrolle heute auch liegen könnte. In Dänemark in 7 Spielen auch schon einen Treffer erzielt. 2 Tore vorgelegt, also durchaus einer mit Offensivpotenzial, dass er natürlich mit 3 Mann im Rücken etwas besser ausspielen kann. KT. Kommt den direkt noch einmal. Na jo. Kein Foulspiel. Kann sich gut aufdrehen da. Liu Dieng wird dann allerdings nicht gefährlich. Fofana. Rechts dann Salim Diakité. Fode Doucouré, der schiebt wirklich nochmal weiter nach vorne. Der gibt fast schon einen Rechtsaußen. Also, wie vorhin schon erwähnt, die Rolle, die er auch im Verein spielt, bei Le Havre.
Trying to kick. It'll be interesting to see just who takes ownership of this one. It's crying out for a left foot, isn't it? Benjamin Asare doing his best to organise his walk.
To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment.
It's like Dante as well.
To watch the match, enter the link in the comment.
Doumbia on the volley.
To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment.
Nicely played
to
out
watch
to
the match,
Semenyo.
enter the
Semenyo
link in
holding
the
the ball
comment.
up. Now goes
To
the
watch the
crossfield
match,
ball.
enter
That's
the
a
link in the
brilliant ball from
comment.
Semenyo.
To
The
watch
keeper
the
off
match,
his
enter
line.
the link in the comment.
Kudus cuts
To
inside.
watch the match, enter the
And
link in the comment.
return pass does not
To
quite
watch the
go in
match, enter the link in the comment.
where it wanted to go. 6
To
yellow
watch the
shirts up
match,
here
enter the
already,
link
though.
in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match,
Wonderful
enter the
piece of
link in
play
the
from
comment.
Semenyo
To watch the
holding
match,
the ball
enter
up
the
and
link.
spotting. A stupendous pass there.
Click link in pin
Cross
comment.
field to the right.
Click link in pin comment.
And the foul
Click
goes
link in
against
pin
Thomas
comment.
Partey.
Click link in pin comment. 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 Click link in
Thomas
pin
Partey's
comment.
in trouble here.
Click link in pin comment. Click link in pin comment. Click link in pin
Jumping
comment.
in front of the free
Click
kick
link
taker
in
as he
pin
tried to take
comment.
the set piece,
Click
which
link in
is,
pin comment. Click link in pin comment. Click link in
I
pin
think that's his
comment.
last chance to lose.
Click
Thomas
link in
Partey.
pin comment. Click link in 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 pin comment.
Oh, headed out
Click link in
from
pin
the back
comment.
and again.
Click link in pin comment.
Sharp
Click
with
link
the
in
press.
pin comment.
Being led by
Click link
Semenyo
in pin comment.
and Kudus at the
Click
moment.
link in pin comment. Click link in pin comment. Click link in pin comment.
Deeper than those
Click
two
link
at the
in pin
moment.
comment.
Slight change
Click
of
link
shape
in
from
pin comment.
previous matches.
Click link in pin comment. 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 Click link in pin comment.
Into the channel.
Click link in
Mensah
pin comment. Click link in pin
looking in the wrong
comment.
direction as well.
Click
actually,
link
to
in
clear
pin
that one.
comment.
Na, Thomas Partey. Kurz an der Schulter den Gegner umgerissen. So, muss jetzt auch noch mal kurz zum Rapport. Kleines Scharmützel mit Kamera, der den Freistoß schnell ausführen wollte. Löst es verbal, der südafrikanische Schiedsrichter. Mensah nimmt noch raus. Was lässt sich festhalten nach einer knappen Viertelstunde? Wir hatten noch keine Abschlüsse. Aber Mali mit mehr Ballbesitz und Ghana lauert auf Umschaltmomente. Das ist jetzt schon 2-3 Mal gut zu sehen. So auch hier Thomas Partey.
And to all you know, oh, share the link. Ghana Mali, share the link. Ghana Mali, share the link. Ghana Mali, share the link. Ni ekwe ni Musa. Japan 17 minutes. A game no I full of tactics. Now Kudus Starboy. Kudus in the crab bono. Now for Bono Sona Srabi. Bonnie towing. A true Edia Blast House of Ghana. Miss number 12 no. Say how. Oh Mirani upon. Say how the Nimutias near the upon board. Well, one whom papa. Bono a towing. Antoine Samagnon. Is here trouble no ban there too when him throw to papa. Wo ko Chelsea omo player Delap wo swano na academy no obo to throw to shape o mjame ye ban ne se ma nim to throw to sabrofo de bibia om de record enti boy no since then on to throw a be see na ode abobo a kobo Chelsea sin throw no timi gina center na wa to dia shape o and coach says you can't do that omo hwehwa eti Semenyo so isi Ghana throw bi ono na eto when na ye practice ho oh lovely Mali hey mesi me nimpa no Kamara uboa wo be use sisi a woni mbo papa on your proper number 8 be bia ho no mo Kamara pia boneko Mohamed Kamara for Jinidin ene aso de bona koche Ghana so de bona koche yakite Dante Piama la Sina Kulipali. Jibone Konechi. Kamara. Look at the pass. Now Mali on the move. Mali Diatum. Hey, Mali. Derby. Oh, lovely from Irenchi Khalid. Fabono Kudus. Bono a free kick. Bono a free kick. Yapodi Chia Mali. Amadou Dante. Kamara wakwase sakudu sade na gufam Mohamed Kamara Cruz Mohamed and then near bre so far no ho game ni mu Usina Karama Tora Mospe Bon Alexander Jeku Sina Karama Fenerbahce wapia bona kama Gideon Mensah upon board man say he born at Jordan and Tibon finish him. Referee Antoine game no so. Antoine Semenyo akoko bi ofisi mo. Now Ghana na ekono Kudus one ever.
It's the Indomitable Hero Pack promo. The goal is to win a trip to Disneyland Paris. We all have 8 comic books, right? I have one.
Jada Makalibidenchi what to cross no derby. Mali for no more per earlier free kick. Omo ye complain referee that be mean to me ball way free kick and farmer. Corner ya born in 10 times so Kudus Mohamed Kudus person born Kelly no now watch back on what to cross na shame goalkeeper wapie be ball no now party we just born am kwasi sibo dia wa Gideon Mensah de born am Jordan ojo Maestro ojo pass ball na ye free Jordan e just born Konechi the man Gideon Mensah you born Abanachi Ghana ne crab bono Salisu Mohamed body mama na ko jabo na koma Achate Jonas Caleb Jirenchi FC Nordjylland Ojama kwasi sibo the pass na to Mali for defend your line saboting ball near towing and you throw Edema Ghana Semenyo or say touch or kwano touch it Baba na kwano sansan basa tactics no ayebibia ho no say center referee woko Ghana box ni mu I say Mali for box ni bibia simu goalkeeper Jiku Diara I say ni so ebiri ni kakra wo firi mu so di anka yepa wonim go da papa wonim go da Jiku Diara Mali Nkabeta Bamako.
And when Ghana do penetrate the defensive line, Mali just looks to have that little bit of quality in defense to deal with those attacks. Yeah, it's going to be something special, I believe. to penetrate that defensive line, who's only conceded 4 goals thus far. With that man that you see there, Diarra, seems to be taking a bit of a breather.
Well, while there's a goalkeeping injury to the man who plays in Tanzania with young Africans, 30-year-old Njigwe Diarra. Opportunity for the Ghanaian coach Otto Edo to have a chat to Antoine Semenyo. And as we spoke about earlier on, one would anticipate that having scored 6 goals in his qualifying campaign, that Jordan Ayew would play as the number 9, but he doesn't. He just plays wide on that left-hand side. This is an opportunity that came earlier on for Kudus, and the punch away by the keeper, and it seemed to be caught in the process of going down.
Well, he did ever so well. A fantastic cross from Kudus, just a chip in there. Any golfer would be proud of that chip, but the keeper did so well. He realized he couldn't catch it, and he did what good keepers do. He punched it.
Ball up to the back post. Must have been some contact with the keeper there somewhere, in theory. Hard to see anything there. Certainly hard to see anything worth delaying the game for, anyway. Midway through the first half, unsurprisingly, 0-0 here. Unorthodox throwing technique, but it seemed to work. Getting the ball down the line. Could have eventually crowded out, but now ball well won by Sibo in anticipated work. Semenyo immediately 2 green shirts on it, and there is some little bit too biting in the tackle. So Jordan Ayew, the man getting felled there.
Click link in pin comment.
Both of them haven't lived up to expectation. Both of them have been mediocre, to say the least. You need to beat that first line of defense, and I think Kudus didn't do that, but he has been able to get a corner for Ghana.
Second corner for the Black Stars, taken by Jordan Ayew, close to the goalkeeper, and any touch there with the keeper. He came and then he stopped and he hesitated and he didn't jump for the ball, and that was huge trouble for Mali right there.
He was very indecisive there. You know, when a keeper comes, he has to come all the way. But I think his own player there got in his way, and I think that stopped him from getting to the ball. So it was Dieng that obstructed him at a very critical moment.
No damage done, however, as far as the Malian defense was concerned, and slowly but surely we're seeing Ghana changing into second gear, maybe even further than that. Aliou Dieng, the captain of Mali, with a lovely ball through the middle. That's a late challenge from Jonas Acheche. Yellow card for him as well, and maybe adjudged to being a professional foul from the 21-year-old who plays for Basel in Switzerland.
Well, I tell you, he knew exactly what he was doing. He realized that he had to make that foul and potentially deny Mali of a very promising attack. Yeah, you see, misjudged the bounce, and when he realized that he had misjudged the bounce, and Sina Yoko was in his stride, he made that foul.
Confirmation of the yellow card then to the Ghanaian number 4, Jonas Ajete.
And just look at that crowd. Really, really a full house. Ghana have got the entire nation behind them.
Expectations are high for Ghana to win this encounter. And if they do win, they go 3 points clear of Madagascar. And Mali would have basically shot their bolt, so to speak, because Ghana would be on 19 points and leaving Mali on 12. 2 matches remaining, 7 points difference. Mali can't qualify. And that would be crucial for this group, because that's at least one of the contenders knocked out of the mix. The Comores and Madagascar, the island sides are still very much prominent as far as contending to knock Ghana off their perch. However, yeah, that still has to happen, but I must say I've been very impressed with Madagascar and Comores in this qualifying group. Yerensky, nice defending from Amadou Dante. Ghana trying to spring a trap here. Yerensky playing the ball early. Kudus, and Yerensky not able to contrive a passage through to the goal of Diarra.
This Mali defense has been drilled to perfection. You know, whenever you think Ghana is going to be able to penetrate, they are so solid in defense that they deny them any clear-cut opportunities. With the quality that you have Partey, you have Kudus, you have Ayu, you have Semenyo. Surely they would be able to create more chances, but this Mali defense is saying no, that's not going to happen.
Third corner kick for the Black Stars. The player that's gone down for Mali. I don't see any yellow jerseys around him, but referee is pointing towards Alexander Djiku, based in Turkey with Fenerbahce, and Ghana claiming that there's a bit of antics going on there from the Malian player that's gone down. Coach Tom St. Fitz claiming that there was an elbow thrown in there on Mohamed Kamara. Important part of the midfield. Kamara is a crucial link player for Mali, has proven to be so in the opening nearly half an hour.
Well, in these games you're going to have that type of niggle. Possibly not much, but Mali is going to milk every opportunity to get a Ghanaian player into the book.
Well, the yellow card has gone to a Ghanaian player, got himself into the book. Nice header away by Mali. Mensah straight back in again. Chance for AU. He's claiming a deflection. Doesn't get the goal, doesn't get the deflection.
Well, it looks like there was a bit of a deflection. The captain for the night, Ayu, so much on his shoulders. And I mean, the time has just flown by. We're already almost 30 minutes into this encounter, and we haven't had any clear-cut chances created. Both Diarra and Asari haven't been tested.
Kudus, beautifully back from Kudus, not able to hold on to the second touch, and a good positioning as well from Amadou Dante to prevent the Ghanaian left winger from causing any further problems. And they come forward again. This is Kwasi Sibo. Now Ajete. Sibo again. Closed down momentarily by Lasine Sineyoko. And forward by Salisu, and they're getting numbers forward here. Ghana, and it's looking very positive for the Black Stars. Look where Thomas Partey finds himself back to Sibo, and he'd love to score on debut. Sibo leaves the ball for his captain. Partey There's a bit of width available if he needs it from Jete. And that was a good piece of defending initially from Lassana Coulibaly, and he's pulled off his feet by Jete. He's already on a yellow card.
Guys, on a yellow card, he feels he was impeded on. He felt there was a bit of obstruction, and rightfully so. The referees didn't see it as such. But an excellent passage of play from Ghana. They kept the ball. What lacked was that verticality, that forward pass. But we must compliment Ghana for some good interpassing and patience in that build-up. They just need to complement it with some good forward play.
Just over half an hour played in Accra. No goals for either side. As we said, a draw for either side will have Ghana 1 point ahead of Madagascar, who will be then a further point ahead of the Comores and Mali on 13 points, and 6 points remaining in the last 2 rounds. And yeah, you want to watch Group I, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anytime Group I is on your telly, you better be in front of the set.
Well, it looks like it's going to go to the wire, Kev. I mean, if you look at it, nothing to choose between the top 3 teams.
Foul by Kudus on Lassana Coulibaly. The number 11's back on his feet though, no damage done.
But in saying that, if Ghana win their remaining games, they would still end up on the top of this log. But you don't want that.
Well, we'll have to look at the fixtures coming up, because Ghana are away against the Central African Republic and home against the Comores. Madagascar are away against the Comores and away against Mali. So Madagascar have the toughest task as far as qualification is concerned, and maybe the Comores will sneak in and cause some problems, but whatever it is, it's going to be interesting. Mali play Madagascar. Mali play against Chad, who they beat by 3-1 in round 1. Never over till it's over. Sibo loses possession. Forward by the captain Aliou Dieng in his controlling midfield role alongside of Mohamed Kamara. Now all of a sudden there's a little bit of width, and nicely cut out by Alexander Djiku. Forward by Gideon Mensah. This is Jordan Ayew, and anytime Jordan Ayew is in possession, there's a bit of expectation from the fans, even when he's behind the halfway line.
What a quality play is dispossess his opponent. Look how he cuts ahead, forcing a foul from behind.
Free kick taken by Mohamed Salisu. Jonas Achete. Alexander Djiku. Now the attacking players looking forward, and one of those is Caleb Jerensky, just 19 years old. Plays for Nordsjælland in Norway. I tell you what, I've been mighty impressed with him. Impressed with him against Chad, impressed with him tonight as well. Confidence, skill on the ball. Forward by Salisu for Ghana. Right on the edge of his area. Diarra does well in front of Semenyo.
Seems to have been a foul there on Ayew. He's been on the receiving end of the Malian defense. We spoke about Jerensky, doesn't do much wrong. I suppose that was the first wayward pass. You see Otto there having a big conversation with his team. You know, it's all about the pressure this game brings. He wants the cushion. He wants to win tonight to create a bit of a cushion between him and the chasing pack.
Nicely kept in play by Mensah. Oh, look at the skill here from Jordan Ayew, giving Salim Diakite a little bit of a hard time.
And you can see the fans there in appreciation for the class that Ayew brings to this match.
And now they switch it over to the right-hand side with the Jete. Kudus the target man. Nicely knocked away though by Siku Niakite, the 26-year-old who plays in Portugal with Sporting Braga. Sinayoko, not a great first touch from Kamara. And still both teams continue to play enterprising, pressing, prizing. Importance of the points here. Neither side giving anything away at this early stage of this match. Diarra, cool, calm and collected, and a little bit of pressure. There wasn't that much scrutiny on him. I think that Ghana had probably anticipated they was going to hoop the ball down the field of play. Now Dieng's done nicely here for the visitors.
Very promising vertical pass there. This is what I think both teams are looking to do. It seems a bit of an over-robust tackle there, but keeping possession is one thing. Penetration is going to win the game for either of these two teams. Here we see a very late tackle on Mensah. This man here, Sinayoko, but over robust. What a fantastic touch.
Sibo, a little bit too strong though for Antoine Semenyo.
As much as the attention is on Ayew, Semenyo is the type of player that can come in and sneak that opener. Mali need to keep an eye on him. I think both teams have demonstrated that they have the pedigree and the quality to play entertaining football. And all it means is that they're going to look for one lapse of concentration from either of these defenses to capitalize on the opener.
Away by Diakite, Dieng. And when they do have possession, Mali look particularly good on the ball. However, most of it's behind the halfway line. The ball had to be swept away rather quickly there by Diarra. And Niakite comes under a little bit of scrutiny. Fortunately, Dante switched on to the prospect. That's a lovely ball played between the two defenders. And suddenly it opens up a whole big prospect here. Sinayoko looking for Koulibaly. Foul from the 29-year-old based in Italy with Lecce. And a little bit of an intent to get on to things as quickly as possible from Jonas Ajete. I thought he was a little bit naughty myself.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly and company, some enterprising football there, great interplay. I feel it was a bit of a was there a foul, I suppose, to some extent, but I must compliment the Malian team for some very good quality play from defense, building up with that ladder along the side, and unfortunately at the end Koulibaly not able to get that final touch on goal.
We'll try again. Same man, Semenyo. It's been the go-to man in front of posts. Jurensky. This is Pate. Oh, the whistle came a little bit late from the referee. Mali, I don't think will be too happy with that. I don't think you can dispute that there was a foul, and the That's why Kamori Doumbia is looking at the referee and saying, "Ooh, please make the call a little bit earlier."
Now you can't argue it was a foul, even though it was the slightest of touches. He impeded Partey. Referee's not taking any nonsense. You can see a Partey. He's clipped him. Even though he feels there wasn't too much in that particular tackle, it is a foul.
Now the referee was some distance away in a very much more central role as the free kick gets pushed in. Talking about pushing, there is a little bit of that in that penalty area as well, and Lassana Koulibaly is the victim of a little bit of over-enthusiasm from Thomas Partey. But it's nice to see the fortitude in which Ghana have approached this encounter, and it's good to see the players that have been brought back, like the Salisus and the Parteys, and how Sibo settled down on debut here in the Ghanaian first team.
Well, when your nation calls, you come. And it's of national pride that the likes of Partey, Salisu come and assist in ensuring qualification for that World Cup. That is the first of its kind between 3 different countries. Okay, 42 minutes of some good enterprising football. Just lacked that cutting edge in the attacking thirds of both these teams.
Might see some of that cutting edge now. It's a lovely ball through the middle, and the referee again has blown just a little on the late side.
Well, he's looking for the advantage. In fairness to the referee, I think he's done an excellent job, and people must understand that he wants to see if the attacking team benefits, and when he sees that doesn't happen, that's when he blows for a foul, which he's done there.
It has been questioned on both times that referee Koulibaly has hesitated, and the goalkeeper Djigui Diarra across to his bench, looking rather animated. Partey trying to prevent the Malian free kicks, suggesting maybe they've stolen 1.5 millimeters.
Yeah.
Pressure on Benjamin Azare, conceded that late goal against Chad just 4 days ago. We're now in the final minute of regulation time at the Accra Sports Stadium. Kamori Doumbia on the ball. There's a left-footed option as well, probably from Amadou Dante. Oh, a little bit of a bubble, but Azare held on. There wasn't any real pressure after the initial kick anyway from Mali.
Well, it was straight at him. He made a bit of a meal of it. A goalkeeper of his caliber should have taken it much easier. But I suppose there's some nerves in this encounter, and we need to give the players some space in ensuring that they feel comfortable.
Kudus taking on Lassana Koulibaly. Kudus holds on to possession beautifully. Opportunity on the turn, wide by Antoine Semenyo. Best chance of the game so far after that wayward shot from Jordan Ayew, and the skill of Kudus on the right-hand side, absolutely unbelievable.
Well, I tell you, Semenyo there took his time pulling the trigger. Brilliant run here from Kudus. Look at him go. Gets to the byline, that cutback. I suppose the turn from Semenyo was a little bit too much. He should have received with the left foot and struck the ball with the right foot instead of trying to turn. Here you see him turning. I suppose he wanted to wrong foot the defender Fofana there, but I think Fofana at the end did ever so well to block that effort.
Yeah, I thought Mamadou Fofana did a particularly good job. 2 minutes added on to the end of the first half by the South African referee Koulibaly. And we are very nearly at the end of the first one of those. A little flick on here from Koulibaly. No damage done to the Ghanaian defence. Young coach Farouk, it's been Very much a match of even Stevens. The possession probably evenly shared, and certainly the opportunities as well. I would suggest that Ghana maybe with those two opportunities had something better from that point of view. And we have a look at the stats. It'll say that possession pretty much 50-50.
Well, they cancelled each other out, Kev, and I think to some extent they need to create more chances in the second half if they want to go for all 3 points. But you don't throw caution to the wind. They've given each other the respect required from both of these nations. Both have demonstrated some excellent football, lacking that cutting edge. But I think with 45 minutes to go, Kev, we're going to hopefully see some goals.
Mali's never qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals. They have qualified for Morocco at the end of this year in the African Cup of Nations finals, top of Group I, where we are at the moment in the World Cup qualification, as all the party blows for half-time here. And just on that note, Ghana, we're bottom of Group F in the African Cup of Nations qualifications. They won't be going to Morocco, but they'll be hoping to go to the World Cup. And those two campaigns almost being played at the same time, so just how you play so badly in one competition and not in the other, I don't know. Ghana 0, Mali 0. It's half-time in Accra.
إلى خارج أرضية الميدان من اللاعب رقم 2 عبد العزيز. نعم، عبد العزيز الذي يحترف في الدوري المصري يسدد كرة إلى خارج أرضية الميدان. كانت أن تكون أفضل لو كان سدد على المرمى مباشرة، لكن كرة غانته الفرصة وكرة إلى خارج أرضية الميدان.
La frappe de Abdelaziz qui passe à côté, c'est l'une des premières occasions des Tchadiens, et ça va repartir derrière avec Opoku. Opoku qui va chercher Williams. Il y a deux garçons qu'il faut les surveiller de près du côté du Ghana, Koudous et Williams. Et voilà, il cherche Williams qui va revenir chercher un appui derrière, qui va chercher trouver Opoku. Opoku, on joue un peu derrière Menza. Menza du côté ghanéen des Black Stars qui repartent avec Adjeti. Adjeti qui va servir de l'autre côté.
Look particularly good on the ball, however most of it's behind the halfway line. The ball had to be swept away rather quickly there by Diarra, and Niakite comes under a little bit of scrutiny. Fortunately Dante switched on to the prospect. That's a lovely ball played between the two defenders, and suddenly it opens up a whole big prospect here. Sinayoko looking for Koulibaly. Foul from the 29-year-old based in Italy with Lecce. And a little bit of an intent to get on to things as quickly as possible from Jonas Ojeta. I thought he was a little bit naughty myself.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly and company, some enterprising football there, great interplay. I feel it was a bit of a was there a foul, I suppose, to some extent, but I must compliment the Malian team for some very good quality play from defense, building up with that ladder along the side, and unfortunately at the end Koulibaly not able to get that final touch on goal.
We'll try again. Same man, Semenyo. He's been the go-to man in front of posts. Yerensky. This is Pate. Oh, the whistle came a little bit late from the referee. Mali, I don't think will be too happy with that. I don't think you can dispute that there was a foul, and that's why Kamori Doumbia is looking at the referee and saying, "Ooh, please make the call a little bit earlier."
Yeah, you can't argue it was a foul. Even though it was the slightest of touches, he impeded Partey. Referee's not taking any nonsense. You can see Partey, he's clipped him, even though he feels there wasn't too much in that particular tackle. It is a foul.
Now the referee was some distance away in a very much more central role as the free kick gets pushed in. Talking about pushing, there is a little bit of that in that penalty area as well, and Lassana Koulibaly is the victim of a little bit of over-enthusiasm from Thomas Partey. But it's nice to see the fortitude in which Ghana have approached this encounter, and it's good to see the players that have been brought back, like the Salisus and the Parteys, and how Sibo settled down on debut here in the Ghanaian first team.
Well, when your nation calls, you come, and it's of national pride that the likes of Partey, Salisu come and assist in ensuring qualification for that World Cup. That is the first of its kind between 3 different countries. Okay, 42 minutes of some good enterprising football. Just lack that cutting edge in the attacking thirds of both these teams.
Might see some of that cutting edge now. It's a lovely ball through the middle, and the referee again has blown just a little on the late side.
Well, he's looking for the advantage. In fairness to the referee, I think he's done an excellent job, and people must understand that he wants to see if the attacking team benefits, and when he sees that doesn't happen, that's when he blows for a foul, which he's done there.
It has been questioned on both times that referee Koulibaly has hesitated, and the goalkeeper Djibril Diarra across to his bench, looking rather animated. Partey trying to prevent the Malian free kicks, suggesting maybe they've stolen 1.5 millimeters.
Yeah.
Pressure on Benjamin Asare, conceded that late goal against Chad just 4 days ago. We're now in the final minute of regulation time at the Accra Sports Stadium. Kamori Doumbouya on the ball. There's a left-footed option as well, probably from Amadou Dante. Oh, a little bit of a bubble, but Asare held on. There wasn't any real pressure after the initial kick anyway from Mali.
Well, it was straight at him. He made a bit of a meal of it. A goalkeeper of his caliber should have taken it much easier. But I suppose there's some nerves in this encounter, and we need to give the players some space in ensuring that they feel comfortable.
Kudus taking on Lassana Koulibaly. Kudus holds on to possession beautifully. Opportunity on the turn, wide by Antoine Semenyo. Best chance of the game so far after that wayward shot from Jordan Ayew, and the skill of Kudus on the right hand side, absolutely unbelievable.
Well, I tell you, Semenyo there took his time pulling the trigger. Brilliant run here from Kudus. Look at him go. Gets to the byline, that cutback. I suppose the turn from Semenyo was a little bit too much. He should have received with the left foot and struck the ball with the right foot instead of trying to turn. There you see him turning. I suppose he wanted to wrong foot the defender Fofana there, but I think Fofana at the end did ever so well to block that effort.
Yeah, I thought Mamadou Fofana did a particularly good job. 2 minutes added on to the end of the first half by the South African referee Koulibaly. And we are very nearly at the end of the first one of those. A little flick on here from Koulibaly. No damage done to the Ghanaian defence. Young coach Farouk, it's been very much a match of even Stevens. The possession probably evenly shared, and certainly the opportunities as well. I would suggest that Ghana maybe with those two opportunities had something better from that point of view. And we have a look at the stats. It'll say that possession pretty much 50-50.
Well, they cancelled each other out, Kev, and I think to some extent they need to create more chances in the second half if they want to go for all 3 points. But you don't throw caution to the wind. They've given each other the respect required from both of these nations. Both have demonstrated some excellent football, lacking that cutting edge. And I think with 45 minutes to go, Kev, we're going to hopefully see some goals.
Mali's never qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals. They have qualified for Morocco at the end of this year in the African Cup of Nations final.
For the home side, they're able to give a bit of glimpse of hope, and they're up in their stands. Ryan Ogam pulls one back at full time. It's Gambia that win by 3-1 against Kenya.
Et on reprend, on revient, on cherche un appui. Les Ghanéens, ils tournent entre eux avant de chercher peut-être le bon pied de Ayou. Attention à cette bagarre entre Opoku et le milieu tchadien Tchaouna. Et ça joue encore avec, ça tourne du côté de Adeti et Mensa. Les Ghanéens ne sont pas pressés. Ils passent tout leur temps à jouer entre eux, ça se combine bien. On va chercher aujourd'hui Williams. Williams, qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire? Oh là 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 là. Et là, c'est un centre qui passe en touche. Ça va permettre aux Tchadiens de se relancer.
هذه كانت كرة للاعب ويليامز لاعب اتلتيك بلباو، اخرج كرة الى خارج ارضية الميدان، والان تماس في تنفيذ دياب ميشيل في الاتجاه الاخر في الجانب اليساري. الان تعطى لديه الكرة. هنا المحاولة التي كانت لويليامز، فعلا حاول وسدد كرة لكن لم تجد الكرة الشخص المناسب، وكرة الى خارج ارضية الميدان. كرة تلعب لصالح المنتخب الوطني. حذاري من هذه الاخطاء. هل احتسب الحكم؟ نعم، احتسب الحكم مخالفة لصالح المنتخب الوطني، وربما لصالح المنتخب الوطني. نعم، الكرة لنا. لا زالت ديمبا يترك الكرة.
كولارامباي qui a créé
نعم، محاولة الآن. هنا كانت المخالفة حتى قبل من البداية، كانت للاعب رقم 4 أجي. الآن كرة لصالح المنتخب الوطني. تشوبلاو كالعادة في تنفيذ الكرة يلعبها للأمام، كرة بلا عنوان لصالح أسير حارس المنتخب الغاني. كرة تعود لمينسا. مينسا يمتاز بطول القامة والقوة، لكن لن يعفيه اليوم. سيحاول هارون تشاونا وأصحابه من أجل العودة في النتيجة بمباراة وتقديم أفضل ما يمكن. كرة للاتجاه الآخر لصالح المنتخب الغاني. تعود من قدوس، تعود من جديد، تعود للدفاع. مينسا كالعادة في التماس الكرة والتوزيع. مينسا يلعب للأمام. تعود من جديد لقدوس إن صح القول. نعم، وكرة محاولات أخرى للمنتخب الغاني للتقدم للأمام. الدفاع يتصدى وكرة بلا عنوان تعود من جديد لصالح المنتخب الغاني. نلعب في الدقيقة 8 من الشوط الأول في لقاء.
Assel Balkerim, Ado a dit que la pelouse synthétique du Tchad ne lui permet pas de faire bien jouer ces joueurs, alors que c'est eux qui, depuis quelques minutes, dominent. Les Tchadiens reviennent avec Dia qui va servir de l'autre côté. Abdelaziz qui est derrière. On va jouer avec Thiam, Bagossou. Qu'est-ce qu'on est en train de faire? On tourne du côté des Tchadiens avec Waris.
Look particularly good on the ball. However, most of it's behind the halfway line. The ball had to be swept away rather quickly there by Diarra. And Niakite comes under a little bit of scrutiny. Fortunately, Dante switched on to the prospect. That's a lovely ball played between the two defenders. And suddenly it opens up a whole big prospect here. Siniyoko looking for Koulibaly. Foul from the 29-year-old based in Italy with Lecce. And a little bit of an intent to get on to things as quickly as possible from Jonas Ojeta. I thought he was a little bit naughty myself.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly and company, some enterprising football there, great interplay. I feel it was a bit of a was there a foul, I suppose, to some extent. but I must compliment the Malian team for some very good quality play from defense, building up with that ladder along the side, and unfortunately at the end Koulibaly not able to get that final touch on goal.
We'll try again. Same man, Semenyo. It's been the go-to man in front of posts. Jerensky. This is Partey. Oh, the whistle came a little bit late from the referee. Mali, I don't think will be too happy with that. I don't think you can dispute that there was a foul, and that's why Kamori Doumbia is looking at the referee and saying, "Oh, please make the call a little bit earlier."
Yeah, you can't argue it was a foul, even though it was the slightest of touches. He impeded Partey. Referee's not taking any nonsense. You can see a Partey, he's clipped him, even though he feels there wasn't too much in that particular tackle. It is a foul.
In Ghana, it is Ghana against Mali, Group I, with 17 points on a live table, if you put it that way. Madagascar in second with 16, Comoros in third with 15 points, and then Mali with 13. The other two competitors in the group, the Central African Republic and Chad, already having been eliminated from possible qualification for the greatest show on earth. However, as we saw against Ghana in the Chad match last week, they can be spoilers, they can spoil a party, they can come up and deny big teams valuable points, and that's exactly what Chad did with Ekwa in the 88th minute of that encounter in round number 7. And is that going to come back and bite Ghana? Because 2 points at any stage and 2 points against the side at the bottom of the table that haven't earned a point up to that stage in qualification is really quite a criminal situation. Ghana absolutely dominant on that evening, and having spoken to a Ghanaian journalist a little bit earlier on tonight, I was asking him, but you know, what is the situation? How come did it reach such a stage as far as that is concerned? And Anu Adams is the gentleman I'm talking to, talking about the African journalist, said to me, just not good enough in African Cup of Nations qualification. Well, they're looking good enough here in World Cup qualification, and therefore, you know, this turnaround is quite impressive from that point of view. The fans seem to be having a pretty good time here at the Accra Sports Stadium as the match referee from South Africa, Koulibaly, gets us underway for the second 45. Ghana, playing in yellow, will attack the goal to the left-hand side of your screen, while Mali in the green and white will play from left to right during the course of this 45 minutes. And being a match in the qualifying stage of a major competition, we haven't reached the stage where we have extra time and penalties. Just straight 90 minutes. 3 points for a win, 1 each for a draw. And then have a look at the log table, which at the moment, as I said, has Ghana 1 point clear of Madagascar, 1 point clear of Comoros, etc., etc. But I'm sure you can pick that up on one of the many apps that you can get live scores from. And we also like to utilize those occasionally in the com box. There's any 2 matches that are taking place at the moment. The other match is Libya versus Eswatini, former Swaziland, and Libya leading Eswatini by 2-0. In that encounter, it's in Group D, and if Libya win that, they'll go to 14 points and make it ever tighter in that group as well. But Cape Verde and Cameroon still have to play at the top.
Higher press coming here from Mali. Haven't seen much of that in the first period. Dayu then just fouled on halfway, wins a foul for his side. Started to see, but now out over onto that right flank. Jurenki, another who saw a lot of the ball in the first 20 minutes or so. Flattered to deceive, though. Some poor decisions in possession, rather ruining some good opportunities. But he's got an opportunity here. Now he can put a good ball in. And oh, he's hit the crossbar and eventually turn behind for a corner. Well, surely that's not what Caleb Jurenki was trying there. The Nordulant fullback. The initial thought is it was a cross went wrong, but my word, the keeper had to turn that one onto the crossbar. It turned into a brilliant save from Chigri Diarra. And now the corner comes into the back post and he's fumbled it. And there's the opener. Ghana have taken the lead. It's Alexander Jiku. Moments after the goalkeeper Diarra turned a speculative shot onto the crossbar, the resulting corner.
Where do you go to for your Call of Duty points?
Usually I buy my points from Qualifiers shop.
Oh, Qualifiers. Go to Qualifiers. Yeah, that's it.
Well, Alexander Jiku brought into the side, the Fenerbahce centre-back. And a change from a back four to a back three. And it appears to be paying dividends. Let's have another look here. Corner comes in, keeper comes for it, misjudges it completely, and just bundled in at the back post.
Guys, link is pinned in the comment. Click there to watch live. Click the pinned comment. That's
basically got to ask the question, why didn't he do better? He wasn't impeded in any way, Kev.
Didn't look like he was impeded. The closest man to him was Mohamed Salisu. The closest man to the ball was Alexander Jiku. This is his third international goal for the 32-year-old to 31-year-old who plays in Turkey with Fenerbahce. And even him bursting into the area had to get past a Malian defender. But this is the man of the moment, and a man who quite easily could have Ghana back at the top of the group and back with a meaningful advantage, because that goal means that Ghana are up to 19 points on a live table. And if Mali do lose this match, it would mean with 7 points difference between themselves and Ghana, with 2 matches remaining, Mali would be out of the question. We spoke about that earlier, and leaving only Comoros and Madagascar the size to challenge Ghana for a place in America, Mexico and Canada. Jiku, the goal scorer, and bustling, hustling goal it was as well. Mali weren't happy that the referee had allowed play to continue, but I tell you what, the man in the picture with his back to us is the captain of Mali.
Well, I tell you, Koulibaly there, going all the way to Urendi, and he fouled him on that edge of the corner flag. Here you see Jurenki shielding the ball. He's doing so well. Koulibaly had all the right, but I think a bit over robust at the end. And look at the play acting there from Jurenki. He's gone down as if he's been pole axed. This has just brought another vibe to this game. The fans are on their feet, really excited. This is what this goal needed, Kev. I mean, the first half we saw some good enterprising football, but nothing to show for it. This goal has just brought life to this game, and I think that's going to really be a thriller minute from this moment on.
But let's not forget how it all started with that shot from near the halfway line by the right-sided fullback Caleb Jurenki, which came back off the crossbar with the goalkeeper all at sea, and that's what led to the corner in the first place. Jordan Ayew took the corner himself at the back post, keeper not able to hold on, and it's not an opportunist goal for Jiku. So the footballing gods all working nicely in favour of the Black Stars in that little brief period of about 2 minutes.
Well, I tell you, this stubborn defence of Mali has been let down, I suppose, by the weakest link in Diarra. Diarra has really let his team down, as you said initially, with that poor goalkeeping, with a shot from distance, and then to follow up with a corner.
On the turn, and there was a deflection, and nicely cleared away by Gideon Mensah for Ghana. If Asini Yoko had got a bit more purchase on that ball, there might have been trouble for Benjamin Asare. But you can be sure now that Mali going to throw everything at Ghana. This man Kamara, creative force in the midfield with his captain Aliou Dieng. Haven't seen any changes by either Otto Addo or Tom Saint-Fiet. And Tom Saint-Fiet will know the situation as it is at the moment. If they lose to Ghana tonight, the campaign, even though there's 2 matches over, and they can be influential in seeing which way the group goes. But if Mali lose tonight, they are out of contention for a direct route to the World Cup finals. However, they could, if they win their last 2 matches, and get some benefit with Comores and Madagascar not making it through. Then they could be one of the 4 best second-place teams out of the 9 groups that we have so far. Madagascar at the moment are one of those best 4 groups. I'll give you who the teams are. I'll tell you what, it's almost like a mini African Cup of Nations, almost like a mini World Cup. Cameroon, Senegal, Madagascar, Gabon are the teams in that position. Bit of pressure here on goalkeeper Jigui Diarra. But Madagascar in Group I are one of those teams in the 4 potential best second place qualifying sides, and maybe Mali doesn't even make that situation. So let's have a look at the remaining games for Mali then. Mali to take on Chad in round 9, and even though it's away from home, who knows what could happen in that one. And then the final matches against Madagascar and home, and Madagascar are playing tremendous football at the moment. However, Madagascar's playing the last 2 matches both away from home, against the Comores and against Mali, and both Comores and Mali are contenders in Group I. So I tell you what, this group is just full of potential.
Well, I see Mali winning their last 2 games with all due respect to both of their opponents. And in saying that, they could end up with, what, 18 points, which is not enough if you look at the fact that...
Yeah, they can't win the group if they lose tonight.
Yeah, they can't win the group, but they, as you said, they could go for position number 2, one of the 4 best top spots. That's the best they can hope for. But it's still not a game that is decided. I do think they're going to throw caution to the wind, which could obviously favor Ghana with the space left behind and the attacking quality Ghana with Ayew, Kudus, Semenyo. That would be a risk, but a risk worth taking.
Well, I think what's lurking in the back of Ghana's mind at the moment is that 88th goal they conceded against bottom side Chad in the previous match, and if they had to do that tonight, I reckon Coach Otto Addo will be called into an office somewhere in the Ghanaian FA's
I think he'll be fired. I think he'll be fired. I'll tell you what, I don't think a team like this would suffer that fate twice.
Kudus suddenly out on the left-hand side. The ball took a deflection, I think, off the captain Dieng. And again, there's protest from Mali, who didn't think that their skipper had flicked the ball away. I certainly did think so.
Well, he did extremely well, and it's just quality defending from Dieng. He kept close to him, he marshaled him, and he ensured that he didn't have a clear shot on target. Great defending by Dieng.
Kudus has been mighty influential tonight. Semenyo to Ayew. Big players waiting in the penalty area, including Thomas Partey. Keeper comes out and punches Partey with possession, goes on the acrobatic route. Still an opportunity for Ghana. And again, instead of concentrating on clearing the ball, there's a couple of defenders from Mali that are protesting to the far side assistant referee instead of concentrating on the play at hand. It's a curious way of defending.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And the thing is, the leadership from the keeper is not that convincing as well. He's coming out, he came out with that particular cross, wasn't convincing enough.
Ghana lead by a goal to nil. 12 minutes into the second half, in front of the adoring home supporters. Just to remind you that Ghana have never lost to Mali in a World Cup qualification encounter. And just to tell you as well that out of the 9 groups, 2 teams Only 2 out of the 9 with 2 matches remaining as we watch this little parry forward. Good work done by Jonas Ejete defensively in front of Lassana Coulibaly. But only 2 teams so far with 2 matches remaining in all of the groups. That'll come to an end tomorrow, and maybe we'll have some more qualified. 2 teams are qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals. In Group E, Morocco. In Group H, Tunisia. As Mali look to make their first change. Is it going to happen before their first corner? Incredibly, 58 minutes into the match, and Mali have their first corner. They're going to make a double change here by the look of things. It's going to be Doucouré who's going to make way in one of the changes, and Lassana Coulibaly as well. And on in their place then will come the number 10, Guasu Diarra, and Nene Dogeles. Dogeles, don't forget, scored against the Comores in their previous match just in round 7. So understandably why the number 7 would be on, and immediately Dogeles has a touch. Kaleb Urensky, Pote. Look at the numbers forward here for the Black Stars. I'm not sure that ball was played into the right area. It's just bisected Gideon Mensah and Jordan Ayew. Dogeles Nene.
Look at that defensive structure that Ghana has put up. Proactive defending, marking in advance, not allowing Mali to settle. And I suppose the fear in their minds is not to concede late in this game. There's still 30 odd minutes to go. Lots of work for Ghana. I suppose a cushion goal will be extremely welcoming for this Ghanaian team. That's their ticket to the World Cup.
Nene playing just wide here on the right-hand side. Played at Red Bull Salzburg, and he's moved over to Fenerbahce since then. Well, that's a rather dismal-looking pass from Salim Diakite, the right-sided fullback. We've had an hour of football in Accra. The home side lead by a goal to 0. This could be a turning point for Ghana.
Yeah, they need to ensure that they don't lose concentration. You know, this is not a team, Mali, that you can take lightly. They know what is at stake, Mali. They know losing tonight will basically say to them, you don't have that automatic route to the World Cup final. So yeah, they're going to look to do everything in their power.
Referee having a chat to Jordan Ayew, something happening that referee's not happy with and needs to be sorted out. Tom Seinfeld in the meantime in discussion with the 4th official. And play will continue with a clearance from Kaleb Urensky. Good touch from Kwasi Sibo. Urensky under a little bit of pressure. Nice turn to Partey. And Mali applying pressure with the man and ball at the same time, sort of theory. Mensah into no man's land. Ghana can't afford to commit those sort of mistakes. In the meantime, Nene not able to keep the ball in play. Looks like a dynamic sort of character. Left out of the starting lineup today for Fode Doucouré, whose place he has taken. Other players come on. Diarra, only his 3rd appearance for the national side. Plays at Feyenoord in the Netherlands. Used to play at Istanbul Spor in 24-25 in Turkey. Signed recently with Feyenoord in the Netherlands, a 22-year-old. And he's a striker, and fascinating that he's been given the responsibilities as Nene picks up a foul. Still no changes from Otto Edo. One can understand that, leading by a goal to nil and a very precarious lead at any stage of the game. Oh, that header forward was brilliant from Sinayoko. The two defenders seemed to be right on him, and still he managed to get the header away. Yes, wide of the target, but I thought it was really well done by the Auxerre player. He's been with the club, by the way, Auxerre, since 2017.
Well, you
since
just
he was a junior.
You've mentioned so many quality clubs that these players belong to, which clearly, you know, is testament to what we're witnessing here. Quality football.
Opportunity for Ghana to pile on the pressure. Really good effort as well. I'm not sure why the pass was laid off instead of going for goal, but yeah, it's all very well passing with the left foot. Sometimes it's a bit more difficult to shoot with your weaker boot.
Well, if you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win the raffle. In that situation, Kev, you take the shot. And whatever happens, happens. Can you imagine if he strikes that ball cleanly into the top corner, Ghana has two goals to the good. I say take the risk. Sometimes players want to walk the ball in. In that instance, it was the case. Passing the responsibility. Take the shot.
That's going to be ignored by the Mali players, and rightly so. No head injury. Game carries on. Doumbia still waiting for the substitute. Ball simply hasn't gone out of play. So certainly a bit more attack-minded now, Mali. Surprised they were so conservative in the first half, to be honest. And Jordan Ayew wants to know why the game wasn't stopped for the injury, but there's no reason for the referee. He does not have to stop the game for every injury, especially considering how often the players fake those injuries as well. here comes the change then. So Nassim Sinayoko, who struggled to make an impact here, replaced by the Bulgarian-based Mustafa Sangare. Like for like. Substitution there, the 26-year-old. Applying his trade with Levski Sofia. Comes on. Semenyo was so far offside, he didn't even bother trying to get on the end of that one. He knew the moment he made any sort of movement towards the ball, the flag would go up. Mali, ball flicked into the area. On the volley was Nene, he didn't quite catch hold of it. Smash clear. Everyone behind the ball for Ghana at the moment. Not quite in their defensive shape either. 20 minutes to go here. Mali pressing for an equaliser. And Kamara. So we're going to have a first substitution incoming then from Otto Ado. Looks like it's going to be Antoine Semenyo who's been leading the lineup there for Ghana for 70 minutes in not particularly hot but very humid conditions. Extra blast, the whistle from the referee. Nene with the corner, decent delivery, headed away at the near post. Nene, faced with two defenders, does well with the cutback. Ghana sitting very deep now. See, even when they do win the ball, there's no one to pass to, because everyone is behind the ball. Headed away again. Nudged away from Kudus as he tried to pick up the loose ball. Picked up on halfway by Dante. Dieng spreads the ball out wide. Footwork from Diarra. Referee waves play on and then brings it back for the foul. Over on that far side. So here comes the change in. First change made by our host, Antoine Semenyo. Lots of perspiration out there. Not his most inspired performance, though, from the 25-year-old. He'll now be replaced by Kamaldeen Sulemana. Plays in Serie A with Atalanta. Again, it's youth being given its chance. He is 23 years of age. Mali with 18 minutes to try and save their World Cup qualification process. Too many drop points early in the campaign. So, Mali now playing with a bit more pace. Charging down the left-hand side, good defending coming across there from Ajeti, still the only player on a yellow card in this game, by the way. Jonas Ajeti, Basel-based defender.
You're not going to win the raffle. In that situation, Kev, you take the shot. And whatever happens, happens. Can you imagine if he strikes that ball cleanly into the top corner, Ghana has two goals to the good. I say take the risk. Sometimes players want to walk the ball in. In that instance, it was the case. Passing the responsibility. Take the shot.
Semeno to Mensah. Finds AU. Back to the fullback. Nice patient build-up here by Ghana, and still that final ball doesn't possess really the quality that we expect from a Ghanaian side. And the goal that came was a hustling, bustling effort from the Ghanaian number 23, Alexander Jiku. Dante trying to push forward. This is Nyakite. Kamara. Patience again being shown by Mali, and one can understand that. The referee having a chat to Thomas Partey and wanting no more than of those sort of antics from the midfielder.
Well, I would like to say that I think the referee should have allowed advantage. Maybe after the ball went out of play, then called Thomas Partey, because he's now stopped the game and Mali's in possession. You know, they're in possession of the ball, allow the game to flow.
Easy ball away for Salisu, and now the counter-attack from Mohamed Kudus. Got a bit of pace about him, shepherded by Diakite. Diakite's done well. So for that matter, has Mensah.
They should be comfortable.
But it's such a tight group, and if you look at the matches Madagascar has to play, what Comoros has to play, in fact, I think one of the saving graces for Ghana could be the Comoros-Madagascar match that they play in the penultimate round, where Comoros are at home to the East African Islanders, Madagascar. So that's going to be an interesting one. And Comoros away against Ghana in the final round, and don't forget Comoros beat Ghana at home in the second round of competition. In the meantime, has Nene mentioned his goal against the Comoros. Fascinating the result there. Mali beating the Comoros 3-0. Oh, that just didn't have any great quality in it at all, that pass. Player down could be Jordan Ayew. In the meantime, away comes Amadou Dante. Diarra on to Kamara. Referee playing an advantage after the foul from Kwasi Sibo. Much more of a defensive role for Sibo since Ghana took the lead. That's good defense as well from Yerensky. Halfway through the second half in Accra, Ghana 1, Mali 0. The referee having a chat to the two captains, and there seems to be accusations going one way and then the other. Jordan Ayew is the Ghanaian skipper. Aliou Dieng from Al Khulud, on loan there, by the way, from El Ahly in Egypt, playing in Saudi Arabia at the moment. But yeah, big discussion on the bench as to what changes are about to come, and there's a change about to happen, yeah, because Lassine Siniyoko is going to make way. Mustafa Sankara takes his place. Isn't that a bad match the 25-year-old French-based midfielder. Wait to see what Mustafa Sangare has to offer. They are playing a better style of football in the second half of Mali, but not before they've gone behind to that goal from Djikou. Goal coming just 4 minutes into the second half.
Ghana sitting back, I suppose, in the next couple of minutes, and then maybe looking to break.
Interesting that coach Otto Edo is still playing it very tight as far as subs are concerned, as Nene once again tries to challenge the defence of Ghana. And it's all, I won't say one-way traffic, but certainly Mali are keeping Ghana behind the halfway line at the moment. Alium Diakite, Mustafa Kamara will win a corner here for Mali. It's been a rare commodity for the visiting side tonight. I'll be hoping that something can be initiated from a set piece, and set pieces are always dangerous things. Saw that set piece that led to the only goal of this match so far, with Jiko's conversion at the back post. Dongole Nene. See kind of Malian substitutes around about that assistant referee doing a warm-up, and potentially we're going to see some more changes from Mali. Nene knocked away by Mensah. Nene again looking to torment the Ghanaian defence, and he has done that since he's come on. Space for his captain Dieng. I thought that Kamara was potentially the better option, but Dieng tidies up in front of Partey. Ghana under pressure here. They're almost under siege. It's a good header away from the Ghanaian defence. Dante. Dieng. Diarra trying to torment Yerensky. Yerensky gets on the infield side of him and gets possession, and Ghana will win a free kick as well. Referee points to the touchline. More substitutes potential. It's going to be Antoine Semenyo who's going to make way here. Getting the hurry up towards the touchline. It looks as if it could be Kamaldeen Sulemana who's going to come on. The 23-year-old who plays at Atalanta in Italy. Yeah, it is Kamaldeen Sulemana. '23-year-old striker, 21 times he has played prior to tonight. Comes on for his 22nd appearance. 5 goals in 21 appearances. Playing in a tough league in Serie A, not for the faint-hearted. Any of the big leagues in the world, like Serie A, English Premier League, the German Bundesliga, the Spanish La Liga. All massive leagues to participate in, and so many of these Ghanaian and Malian players are playing exactly there in those leagues. Don't forget the French league, and then you get maybe in a slightly lower level Belgium and Holland and those sort of countries, Switzerland, Austria. But yeah, you know, the amount of players that are...
That puts too much on it, and the keeper emerges with the ball for Mali, and now the game's starting to stretch. 7 minutes to go here. And now Mali coming forwards with the ball in. From Sangare, easily cut out. Partey nearly turns into trouble. Now he finds a diagonal ball into space on that right-hand side. The keeper has to come a long way out of his area and eventually does clear that one. And the referee says play on. Diarra winning the ball just on the halfway mark. Now Camera intercepted. Suleiman for another Ghana substitution coming up in a minute or two. We'll have to wait for the ball to go out of play. Now Nene. Frantic stuff here now, and then Nene, double teamed there by Partey and Mensah. Partey it is who gets the yellow card, I think, because he's been walking a bit of a tightrope for a while now as the former Arsenal midfielder. Mensah is making absolutely sure that clattering into his man from behind. We got unsurprising really in the 85th minute. See players going down with cramp. It's so humid out there. So Jerome Opoku about to come on. I've been hearing that Salis Abdul Samed might be coming on as well. We'll wait and see exactly how that works out. No more substitutes left for Mali. They've used their 5. Kwasi Sibo in your picture there. In theory, the man coming off, so I'm being told in my headset. Players just taking an opportunity to get some more fluids on board. There's the only goal of the game so far. The keeper coming for the corner, flapping, not getting there. Mohamed Kamara not strong enough defensively, easily brushed off the ball by Alexander Djiku, who, I really don't know how much he knew about that ball coming into him, but it looks like it's the goal scorer who's having to come off here. It was he who pulled up with cramp. If he's cramping up like that, he won't be able to run. And while they might prefer to play a different substitute, they're actually having to defend this set piece with only 10 men. No, they're not. So Jerome Opoku coming on in his place. Ball comes in. Oh, and it's not been cleared. Partey eventually takes it clear. The keeper came for it. Didn't get a very good touch on there. Keeper now goes down somewhat predictably. So Jerome Opoku, another player based in Turkey with Istanbul, the Saksa here. The ball comes in here, the keeper comes, doesn't get the best of touches, is slightly clattered by Mustafa Sangare. But seemed fine to carry on there, look. And now he's rolling on the floor. Make of that what you will. Well, I guess that little chap's going to be struggling to get
I think if it weren't for his interventions, we would have considered earlier before we scored later on.
Yes, 90 minutes additional time to on YouTube channel. We're back in ball squeeze. This was saying a table. Let's see how after a win against Mali, the Black Stars of Ghana, they are on top of the table with 19 solid points. And Madagascar down second with 16 points. Liansano Comoros also 15 points now for Mali. 12 points and so Central African Republic and so 5 now for Chad. And 1 point now defeat Ghana but then one that's Putano. With 2 games to go to Ghana against Comoros now for Central African Republic. How do you see it? Ghana, they are on the verge of qualifying for World Cup 2026. Canada, US, and Mexico. Obibeka Sankanya da Pasami Koyen or Chada. And at this time, Kautido. Madagascar, editors a child fast over to tell it, Cashen, and come and somebody to the back now. Madagascar for Canada or with this team and coach Tuaro being on the bench, Woman says to Ghana qualify to the 2026 World Cup with US, Canada, and Mexico. Your viewers know you're the massive baby. You're the massive baby. Comments out, drama the body, baby. Now you can kind of jam on not just your airport. Comments no Erani. Manisha. Really say your friend Emmanuel Abevi. Ghana is lucky. Also saying I also raise your friend and say Emmanuel Abevi, he has done it for us. Not just Omudia Yamina, and God, thank you. And Ghana Kwani, a Bobo Union, not just Yadanya Miasi. And you so far, I did Samuel tells at long run it is Ghana. Let's join hands to support the Black Stars in physical and spiritual. The Black Stars of Ghana. Hi Ghana, I'm not Tebuta. Ghana, I'm not Tebuta. I'm Canada. And also David Kabna Mawukeni. Jordan and Black Party. And also Maswell said Satu that's just one of the still much Vivian said, glory be to the most high God. Ghana here.
Watch the German football. Pass it to the player who has the better chance to score.
It's quite funny that Otoado is also German trained. Well,
he got a wrong